大家齊心合力。
So this is where we started the evening. We had dinner with our friend Carl over in TST, and we had to be in Wan Chai an hour or so later, so we went the slow way, didn't we, Sean?
Yeah, nice to start off. Nice pub to start off with. Quiet street, busy pub, nice food and drink, and nice quiet-ish walk through what
Yeah.
used to be a very, very busy place.
Well, I guess this was probably about 9:30 in the evening by this point, so I guess the evening rush is over. But yeah, we didn't go to TST very often, did we, Sean?
No, I mean we were there 23 years ago, but it was just somewhere we didn't go very often.
Yeah, it was very tourist focused, and we lived on the island, so we had. But anyway, here is Nathan Road. So this is the main road that runs up and down TST towards the harbour, and there's the famous Chungking mansions on the other side of the road.
Here in the background, you will hear the ever-present sound, the knocking bell sound of the Hong Kong crossings for pedestrians. It never seems to stop. It's just a thing that always reminds us of Hong Kong.
Yeah. This is the Sheraton Hong Kong, which is on TST side. And even though it wasn't anywhere near my office, I lived here for months at an end in my job when I was working for Amex, whenever I was in Hong Kong. And in fact, this is also where Sean and I had our first stay together in Hong Kong when we went out to check out moving for the second time I worked there.
Yeah, 2003.
And it's just across the street from the Peninsula, which we'll see in a second. But the Sheraton has amazing views of the harbour, so this is taken from the harbour side, looking back at the hotel.
It was such a great view.
Yeah, and on the right is the Rosewood. So maybe if I hadn't taken you there, you might not have agreed to move to Hong Kong, right?
Possibly.
We couldn't stay here though, did we?
If we'd have stayed there, we'd have moved there.
I think the job wouldn't have afforded that one. So this is Hong Kong's premier hotel. Well, maybe the Mandarin, maybe the Peninsula. They compete. And at the top is a bar. That extension only opened when they moved the airport, because you couldn't fly over Kowloon into the old airport with high rises. So all these high buildings are all new.
We have been up there.
Yeah,
we went for the. No, we also went for the tasting menu.
Yeah, it's where there's the loo with a view.
Yes.
And this is the shopping centre that we've been to once, isn't it, Sean?
It was new to us the last time we went back to Hong Kong. Yeah, very sort of like, it's amazing the explosion of new shops, new shopping centres in an area that didn't have them before.
Yeah. And this is across the street is a large arts complex. So there's an art museum, there's actually a science exhibition, and a big concert venue. And here is the KCR Clocktower.
It's not moved. It's marking the place where the station used to be. This was the mainland station that could run all the way to Moscow, into Europe.
Yeah.
It was incredible. The Sheraton Hotel was actually built while the station was still open.
Really?
There's a picture
it was all renovated subsequently.
Yeah.
So KCR stands for Kowloon Canton Railway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a bit of history. And of course, here's the view. We're at the very tip of Kowloon here, with the fantastic views across to the island. So this is a popular place to come in the evening, obviously for the view. I mean, it gets totally mobbed during the fireworks and New Year and Chinese New Year and all the rest, doesn't it?
There are various periods where there are timed firework displays set to music, light shows. Some of them sort of like start at Chinese New Year and continue on for an extended period. Then there's different festivals. There's lots more happening, especially around where we're stood in this video now, than there were when we lived there.
Yeah, and the Star Ferry terminal's just down to the left
Just
there.
past it, yeah.
And if, like us, you've just left the pub, there's a toilet just down there that was free.
The arts museum and the centre here is one of the reasons when we would come over to this side of the
absolutely.
harbour.
Yeah. Or on a junk trip like this.
Yeah.
Haven't been on one of them for a long time.
No, but they were good.
Yeah. So we're going to get the Star Ferry in a minute. I mean, it's not the most practical form of transport in Hong Kong at all, is it really?
No, it's one of the longest standing now, but
It's ancient. But it's, charming, romantic, mostly for tourists, I guess, these days.
the problem I was going to say when we actually sit down on the ferry later that I've never seen it very busy, even 20 years ago. However, I will also say I've never been anywhere near this.
At
Anything
commuting time.
remoting a rush hour? No,
No.
not at all. So I don't know what it's like during rush hour, but apparently it is still very busy.
I guess it's cheaper than the MTR.
It's still very cheap.
But you can either go to Central to Kowloon or you can go over to Wan Chai as well.
Yes, and isn't there? There used to be an east.
Hung Hom.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so you have to walk up the steps and through the shopping arcade, pay with your Oyster card, and then wait for the next one to come along. There's no booking ahead. You just get up and go, get on and go.
You never wait very long.
No.
The wait for the next ferry is never very long, and it's even shorter than it used to be.
Yeah, land reclamation has a lot to answer for. The harbour isn't as wide as it used to be.
Not at all. I was surprised when I found out how long reclamation has been going on. Basically, on both sides of the harbour, if you're on anything remotely flat, it's reclamation.
Yeah.
They're everything from like 1860, 1870, if not before. Was started. There's so many stages, so many phases, and there was a massive one just after we left.
Yes, when we arrived, there's a road from the airport that goes through to the tunnel, through an island that didn't exist when we were there. Anyhow, here's the fun part. We're taking the ferry across the harbour. So up in that tower is the Ritz-Carlton, where we'll be going for lunch, in another video showing you the views. And then after lunch we went to the West Kowloon Cultural District, didn't we?
I mean, again, started when we lived there. We hadn't been until this trip.
All the museums only opened after we left.
But the landscaping, the park, it was really, really good.
Yeah, it's great. So nice view here across Central as we come across on the ferry. I mean, this is the classic Hong Kong view. Buildings come, buildings go. Some of them weren't there when we lived there 20 odd years ago. There'll be new ones. There's famous bits. As we said, the land's getting a bit, bigger. The harbour's getting narrower. We walked all along the waterfront the time before we went, didn't we? There's a video up, a daytime walk. And as you can see, look, there's some construction going on, because this wouldn't be Hong Kong without another new building going on.
And this is the famous Landscraper Mall.
Oh, right. Okay, what, between the ferry terminal where they are now and Central?
It's going to replace the new old post office that's going.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's going to be huge.
Yeah. Well, one day we'll go back and see. And then here's the IFC tower, which is very high, and we've just had a discussion about which films it's been in. So
turns out we're both right.
Yeah, of course we were. It took us a while to agree that, but we were both right. I remember Angelina Jolie jumping off the top.
And I remember Christian Bale standing on top of it and being ripped out of it with a skyhook in Dark Knight.
There you go. So if anyone else wants to make a movie jumping off that, it's not very original.
No.
Sorry. And over there is Wan Chai in the convention centre. Again, we walked around that area the previous time when we went to Hong Kong, and there's videos on that already. I hope you've enjoyed this reminiscence with us. There's a few more videos coming up in the next few weeks from Hong Kong. We go to the south, to the beaches, Repulse Bay, Tin Hau Temple, Stanley. We went to Man Mo, we went to various other places. They're all going to be coming up. New video every week.
Please like and subscribe.
Yes, see you soon. Bye bye.